We begin this morning, though, with a renewed push for action on voting rights as President Biden calls for a major change to Senate rules.
Democrats want to move quickly. The Senate could vote on 2 federal voting rights bills as early as today. In a speech in Atlanta yesterday, President Biden lambasted the Senate for not taking action and framed this issue as one for the history books.
I ask every elected official in America, how do you want to be remembered? Do you want to be on the side of Dr. King or George Wallace? Do you want to be on the side of John Lewis or Bull Connor? Do you want to be on the side of Abraham Lincoln or Jefferson Davis? This is the moment to decide.
NBC News White House correspondent Carol Lee joins us now from Washington. Carol, good morning to you. So the president's speech marked really a big reversal for President Biden, an institutionalist who spent years defending the filibuster while serving in the Senate. So how exactly is the White House planning on getting this done? Can they realistically do it?
Yeah, Joe, look, they're going to try, but the votes just aren't there right now. And you're right, this is a really significant reversal for President Biden, who spent decades in the Senate and for years now has said he opposes changes to the filibuster. But yesterday in his speech in Atlanta, he said things are different now. Take a listen.
Sadly, the United States Senate, designed to be the world's greatest deliberative body, has been rendered a shell of its former self. Gives me no satisfaction in saying that as an institutionalist, as a man who was honored to serve in the Senate. But as an institutionalist, I believe that the threat to our democracy is so grave that we must find a way to pass these voting rights bills.
So how's the White House going to get this done? Look, unless they can get all 50 Democrats to support getting rid of the filibuster altogether, this is impossible because they need 67 votes in the Senate to do anything short of what's called the nuclear option. So anything, something like a carve out for voting rights or the talking filibuster, as it's known, forcing senators to stand on the Senate floor and talk through a filibuster. So it's just looking increasingly like this is a non-starter, Joe.
I mean, Carol, it's worth noting so far no Republicans in the Senate have come out in support of these bills. Obviously, they're not needed if the filibuster rules change. But how are Republicans reacting to the president's call for change yesterday?
Right. Republicans have been blocking this voting rights legislation, which is why Democrats are talking about changing the filibuster. And no surprise, they were sharply critical of the president's speech. And Senate Minority Leader Mitch McConnell even said if Democrats were to go down this path and try to get rid of the filibuster, that he would really make it harder for them to get anything done in the Senate. Take a listen.
If my colleague tries to break the Senate to silence those millions of Americans, we will make their voices heard in this chamber in ways that are more inconvenient for the majority and this White House than what anybody has seen in living memory.
So other Republican senators came out and were criticizing the president, saying that his speech was overly political. But look, Joe, that wasn't the president's audience. The president's audience were Democrats in the Senate and the Democratic base, who's been really putting a lot of pressure on him to make a speech like this and lean into a push for voting rights legislation.
Of course, ultimately what matters here are the moderate Democrats, Joe Manchin and Kyrsten Sinema. They've said they oppose changing Senate rules. That, of course, sinks the Democrats' efforts, as you pointed out. How does the White House plan to get them on board? Because that's everything for them right now.
It is. You're absolutely right. And look, they're saying, hey, we're going to have all these conversations with senators. We're going to use the bully pulpit. The president will continue to hit on this issue publicly. And the president said yesterday that he's had conversations with Democratic senators in recent weeks about this. But all of that talking is not going to change the fact that even Senator Manchin, for instance, has really dug in on his opposition to getting rid of the filibuster. And absent that, it's just hard to see where this goes.
Carol Lee reporting from the White House. Carol, thanks so much.
Thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Follow today's top stories and breaking news by downloading the NBC News app.